Dan comes to me, like, "How do you hit this one, Kiz?" And I was sitting there for 30 seconds knowing he's about to ask me that, and I could not come up with anything. I thought it was probably the shot that won him the golf tournament because it could have literally gone anywhere. If he catches it a little too much ball, it goes over the green in the water. If he duffs it, it just lands in the bunker and plugs again. Like, that shot was harder than the shot on 17 and the tee ball on 18, in my opinion.
Huge show today as we recap the Players' Championship with, of course, our good friend and colleague now, Kevin Kisner, who is the lead analyst for NBC. One of the best events of the year. Had a phenomenal finish. And we've got the Barstool Classic, by the way. Just a little reminder, Barstool Classic going live today, noon Eastern, barstoolclassic.com. So make sure you check that out. All of this is brought to you by Chevy, including Barstool Classic. They've been big supporters of that event for a long time. The Chevy Equinox, it's your do-it-all SUV from your daily drives, weekend trips, and last-minute tee times. There's plenty of room for golf bags and gear and all kinds of good stuff we know because we use it on the road. So just a phenomenal show today, combing through all of it with Kiz, brought to you by Chevy.
Yeah, great show. Always having Kiz after such a big event like that's going to be so huge. I mean, just to get his take from the booth on what he saw and breaking down what was an unbelievable Players. It always delivers. And shout out to Cam Young. Just a great viewing experience watching that thing go down to the wire. Chevrolet, we're on the road for like 3 straight weeks down here in Florida. We're in our Chevys going from the top to the bottom, from the east to the west. No matter where we go, we're in a Chevrolet.
Yes, we are. The bold, athletic, and confident style of the Equinox looks just as good at the course as it does off the map with active trim. Equinox is at home on dirt and gravel, polished for the course, prepared for the getaway. Once again, they are huge supporters of this program. And just another reminder, barstoolclassic.com at noon Eastern. Make sure you have all your information ready for you and your partner so you are ready to rock. Huge recap show today. I mean, Kiz has got so many good tidbits from, he's got information from the Ryder Cup talking to Cam Young and his coach about what they're doing. He's getting texts from Tiger Woods during the coverage. So awesome show today. All of it's brought to you by the Chevy Equinox, which is your do-it-all, go-anywhere SUV. Folks, a huge reminder before we get to the show, today at noon Eastern, barstoolclassic.com registration opens. A lot of these venues sell out in mere seconds. Here's the information that you need to make sure you are all set to register. You need both you and your partner's GIN number, cell phone number, email address, date of birth, and mailing address. And Frankie, please take us through the list of places we're going to be visiting this year, which are fantastic.
We're going from April all the way to September with a championship in November. We're starting in West Palm Beach at the park. Then we're going to Frisco, Texas at PGA Frisco, TPC Harding Park in San Francisco, Coeur d'Alene Resort in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Lac La Belle in Wisconsin, TPC Boston in Massachusetts, Buffalo Ridge at Big Cedar Lodge in Branson, Missouri, Tot Hill Farm in Asheboro, North Carolina, The Keep at Macklemore in the hills, the mountains of Georgia, and then Sabonic Golf Club in Southampton, Long Island, all culminating to a championship at Greyhawk in Scottsdale, Arizona. Just an absolutely unbelievable run of events and a good lineup for you guys to go play in the Barstool Classic, that championship at Greyhawk. If you think you can win this thing, the value is unbelievable to go play multiple rounds of golf. 2 of them at Greyhawk. Unbelievable stuff. I can't wait to see you all. It always is more than you think, like the amount of people that are going to be trying to get into these events. So be ready at 12 o'clock. Be ready at 11:50 Eastern time. Sabonic in particular. That one last year really sent people on a tizzy. So let's make sure that we're ready to go. We can't wait to see you all and have some sun cruisers. It's going to be an unbelievable year of Barstool Classics. Let's get right into it, baby.
Shout out to Sun Cruiser. We're going to be, we plug these a lot in this show because they're great.
Yes.
BarstoolClassic.com. Make sure you have all that information. Noon Eastern. Let's roll. Foreplay, presented by Barstool Sports. It is a 2026 Players Championship recap. We've got Kiz here who was in the booth. Amazing golf tournament. Every year this thing delivers. I know we hyped it up a lot. I know we could probably come off like PGA Tour stands a little bit for the last 2 months. We've been kind of flip-flopping on whether we think this thing's a major championship or not. Kiz had an awesome point last week of just being like, hey, why don't you simply say they play for the most money and it's got the toughest field. Bang. And it delivered. The leaderboard was phenomenal. If you comb through it even, I know the whole thing sort of funneled down and narrowed down to 2 guys on the back 9, which we're going to cover all of it. But if you look through the leaderboard, it's just big name after big name after big name. That was up there. Ludvig, we got to talk about all of his trials and tribulations. Looked like he had the whole tournament for the entire time until pretty much the 11th hole. It reminded me a lot of Molinari in 2019 with Tiger. It was like, this guy's unflappable, and then he wasn't. But Kiz, obviously you were there, my friend. You were in the booth. What are kind of your takeaways? What are your feelings after that phenomenal weekend?
Well, good morning to y'all anyway on Monday morning. It's all good. We had a awesome show with NBC.
Awesome.
We were all, we don't go to commercial ever in this broadcast, so we normally can talk amongst the four of us in the booth at commercial, but we're like hand gesturing, like what is going on, the whole back nine. Just suddenly Ludvig, couldn't find the middle of the face out of nowhere with 8 holes to go. And Cam Young and Matt Fitzpatrick were basically just dueling it down, feeding off each other, hitting incredible shots. I kept trying to bring up the wind, man. The wind got really, really, really difficult late in the day, probably gusting over 20 miles an hour. And if you weren't in control of your golf ball, that golf course is going to really show it. And you saw that with Ludvig, and you saw 2 guys totally in control of their ball flight with Matt Fitzpatrick and Cam Young. I mean, it's the greatest venue and the greatest finish to come down the stretch with 2 guys playing great, right? I feel bad for Ludvig, but the shots that they hit on 17 and 18, Fitzpatrick hitting the pine straw on 18T, but it's still a good drive. He just pounded it through, and then incredible T-ball after the birdie on 17 for Cam Young on 18. Longest drive in shot link era, 375 yards. I mean, a flip wedge into 18 at Sawgrass, I don't give a shit if it's hurricaning downwind. To be able to hit that T-ball right down, shape it down the water, no hesitation, straight to the driver in one of the most pressure-packed situations and pull it off. That's what the golf tournament is all about. That's why it's the Players' Championship. That's why it's the best field in golf. That's why it's the biggest money, and that's why we should just plant our flag on that and be so excited about what the tour players do coming down the stretch. And it was an awesome finish.
It really was. I want to talk about the wind. You made a great point, because when we film videos all the time, the wind never comes through. It just doesn't really translate. And I know you guys do as good a job as you can. You guys cut to the flags a lot, right? Like the flags are blowing. They got the new graphic, which is awesome, that shows the arrows and sort of how intense they are from kind of above or the bird's eye view, so that golfers get kind of a feel. And wind is just one of those things when you're sitting on your couch and it's sunny out and it's like 80 degrees in Ponte Vedra Beach and they're telling you that it's windy. You're like, oh yeah, I bet it is windy, but it looks pretty damn nice there. And you don't really, you feel calm in your place, and you don't really get the full sense. When you're a golfer and it's windy, it's a fucking nightmare. Like, it's just a nightmare. You can't swing properly. You feel the wind grabbing your club head and your backswing. You feel like if you don't hit it perfectly into the wind, that, because it's true, like any side spin you put on it is going to get exacerbated and your ball's going to go off the planet. It's a nightmare playing with wind and trying to convey that. I feel like it just never really comes off to the degree that it affects golf.
Yeah, I mean, wind is invisible, and that makes it an issue for the television broadcast, because you can't show something that's invisible. But I thought it became evident yesterday, and I'm sure it was blowing all day, like Kiz is saying, but it became evident on 16 with Cam Young and Fitzpatrick.
Yep.
Pretty much just because you could see their shirts blowing in the wind, and the broadcast did a good job being like, these guys are hitting into this hole and the wind is blowing really hard against them. And if they don't have control of their golf ball, it could go any which way. And then you get to 17, and obviously the wind there has a huge factor. So
I mean, too, on 16 is a great point, because it was straight into on Sunday, which is that was a different wind than the prevailing wind, right, Kiz?
Well, since we switched to March, you don't catch southeast wind that much. You catch more of the north because it's still cooler. When we played in May, it was always that wind. You always played 17 kind of down off the right and 18 down off the right. But now we play more of a northeast wind this time of year. So with that that warm front coming from the south and those storms coming from the south, we got southeast wind. And one of the hardest parts in my job as a former player and now broadcasters, like, I don't want to be the whiny guy up there, like trying to make excuses for the tour players where everybody's like, oh my God, it's just wind, just hit it. But also those dudes literally are living and dying with that wind the whole day. Like, they want to know exactly where it is, how much it's blowing. It's affecting them from the time they walk out there. And yesterday was weird because it blew like 4 in the morning and was gusting over 25 by 6 in the afternoon. So I'm trying to relay that to the viewers, like how much it's affecting the golf ball. And it's just, like Trent said, it's invisible. It's hard for a dude sitting on his couch having a beer, watching this beautiful sunshine on this beautiful green golf course. Like, oh, kids are just whining for these guys. I'm like, no, dude. When Cam Young is talking about laying up on 16 with a 4-iron in his hand because he has nowhere to hit the golf ball, like, the wind is a problem.
And I was going to say on 16, I want to say the day before or Friday maybe, I watched JT hit, I think, 7 or 8 iron into 16 to like 5 feet and he hit this thing to the moon. It was like that front pin, no problem. Right. And I'm watching Cam Young, who's one of the longest hitters out there. He just absolutely drilled a fucking sick draw up the fairway like you're supposed to after Fitz hooked one into the trees and got fucking unbelievably lucky. I was on Cam Young, obviously, so I was grinding on the airplane. But he's standing in the middle, like you're saying it. He's sitting there being like, I feel like we'd rather be just 100 yards out. And I'm thinking, like, I just watched guys hit mid-short irons into this green all week long after a good tee shot. And here he is thinking about laying up, which he should have done. He ended up hitting that hook 4-iron, which it's so hard to hit. Like, it's probably the hardest shot in golf is that long iron. You're trying to hit this penetrating shot straight into the wind. We've all been there. You try to do it, and if you fuck that up at all, like we said, the wind just grabs the side spin you put on that, and that thing's gone. He did the classic bailout, which is left, because if you go right, you're pretty much out of the golf tournament. Got another horrible break where it hits that tree. He's got plugged lie 50 yards out, and they both ended up with 40-footers that they had to lag to make par in that hole. And I just thought that really showcased the wind. And then the other way around is downwind for a lot of the tour pros. For us, into the wind is devastating. Downwind. I was saying to kids in the cart last week, we have a great video coming out with them. I was like, I'm just a horrible into the wind player. I'm a good downwind player. It just takes all the side spin off it. Tour players, I almost feel like, unless it's as severe as it was at times and there's water everywhere, you guys almost prefer it sometimes into the wind because you can stop the ball. How many balls did we watch on 18 to that back pin, even to like it was who was the lefty, the awesome rookie guy,
Yellamaraju.
He was.
I'm glad I didn't have to say that on there.
He was in Fitz's spot on 18.
He was,
and he chipped it over the green because even like you couldn't even get chips and pitches to stop. So as hard as it is into the wind, I also could tell on 18 it was like almost a miracle that Cam Young's ball stopped on that back fringe because back pin downwind is almost just as hard. So yeah, I get what you're saying on the coverage 100%. You don't want to come off like the whiny tour pro, but I just thought, with all the danger out there, especially that closing stretch, which is by far the coolest, most exciting final 3 holes in the world of golf, like by far. I thought that wind, like as if you play a ton of golf or whatever, if you just kind of have been out in wind before, you could kind of get a sense for like, God damn, it's hard to play in the wind, especially with water all over the place.
How hard, morning kids, by the way, how hard was that shot that he had to hit on 16, Cam Young? I heard you talk about it a little bit on the broadcast of like, you don't practice this. Like, this is something
I was getting ready to bring that up when Riggs was going on his rant. Like, Dan comes to me, like, how do you hit this one, kids? And I was sitting there for 30 seconds knowing he's about to ask me that, and I could not come up with anything. I was like, I don't know, man. I've literally been thinking about this for 30 seconds, and I still don't know what to tell the viewers how to hit this shot because you literally never practice a 50-yard plug bunker shot.
What did he end up doing? Wedge? Yeah, I don't even know.
It looked like, I don't know. They didn't tell us what club, but it looked like a pitching wedge loft, and he just played it back and just dumped it out. I thought it was probably the shot that won him the golf tournament because it could have literally gone anywhere. If he catches it a little too much ball, it goes over the green in the water. If he duffs it, it just lands in the bunker and plugs again. Like that shot was harder than the shot on 17 and the tee ball on 18, in my opinion.
There was that shot, and then also I know he didn't have the greatest week, and he was kind of fighting some demons out there, even though he's saying that he didn't lose anything. Scotty Scheffler I'm talking about. He was kind of a little bit all over the place, but that chip he had on 18, that soft little wedge he hit over that bunker to that back left pin, was one of the greatest
16,
wedge
you mean?
Sorry, 16. It was one of the greatest wedge shots I've seen in a long time.
Frankie, I could put you there with a bucket of balls, and you would never hit the green.
Never. Dude, there was only one spot he could have landed that ball, and he did. On the perfect...
And with the perfect amount of spin.
Right.
Because it's one landing on a straight downslope with water behind it. If he doesn't clip it perfectly and it doesn't check, it's in the water.
Dude, there's a couple of moments, and like that we put out relevant YouTube videos to people that are our handicaps. So I think that's what appeals to a lot of people that watch like our videos is, oh, I've been in that spot and they're probably going to do what I do. But on the PGA Tour, when I watch something like the Players and Matt Fitzpatrick standing over that chip on 18, cross-handed, looking up, downwind, back pin, balls are going off. For me, like the relevancy is like, there's no way he's going to be able to pull this off. Like I've been there and I just can't get it done. And watching them just nip these things back
such a
there
good shot there
is just, it's like otherworldly. That's what makes the PGA Tour so cool to watch. It's those moments of we get to play the same game as you guys, and the outcomes are something that we can't even process. They're not even options in our brain.
Fitzy's shot on 18 was great, and they were grinding on that shot. You heard him say right as soon as he hit it that, oh no, it's gone. Like that's how little they could control or feel what was going to be the outcome. Normally with that shot, no wind, he's chipping within 5 feet every time, knowing exactly what it's going to do. But with it gusting 20 miles an hour downwind, uphill, and then on top goes away past the hole. Like that shot was brutal. I thought it was great that he had a chance to win it. And obviously the worst word in broadcast is playoffs. So I was, excited that he had that shot where Cam Young was, because I'm thinking, man, I don't want to stay here till Monday with the storms we're moving in. And when he hit it close, I'm like, man, we got a real issue here that we might be here till Monday.
Yeah. It was so cool hearing him. I love the caddy player talk, but hearing him say, like, I don't think we can hit the 60 because we can't fly it anywhere near the hole. And that's, again, a top-level tour pro, a major champion who's standing there with, like, perfect lie in the fairway, pitching to a back pin that, like, in most situations, like, you guys can hit any club in the bag there and figure out how to get it tight. But the wind, the moment, all of it, I just thought, God, that course, it just presented itself too so well. And I know you saw some people, I saw some people on Twitter bitching, I got tagged in a couple things. Why does Sawgrass look like it's like dying and like just not quite getting it? I think most golf fans get that, like the shot value and the viewing value when the course plays the way it does, which over the weekend it got spicy, it got firm. You could hear that thud when balls landed on the green. You could see balls trundling down the fairway because it got drier and firmer. I thought it played perfectly. I really did. I thought it put such a premium on so many shots throughout the round. Like the fourth hole, I know we talked about it for 5 minutes before the tournament started, and you saw it on Sunday in perfect form with Fore, and he made a quad on Fore. I think he had 100 yards in for a second shot, laid up to like 80 yards, then hit a couple in the water, or hit one in the water, and then flew, and it's just three-putted, turned into a mess. Ludvig, same deal. He had 100 yards in, got a pretty good break, had a perfect lie, and still made bogey on that hole. That hole's 380 or something yards. We just talked about Cam Young hit his drive on 18, 375 yards.
Right.
That entire hole is 380 yards, and it just gives people fits. So without even just focusing on the last three holes, throughout that entire round, Ludvig shot on 11 that he kind of flared out into the water. Like that is what feels like just a birdie hole. These par fives, they're all so cool and so right in that range with a good tee shot of like risk reward on the second one, where that one again feels like you can kind of hit it way left, no problem, and he just flares it, and almost that just spiraled him out of the tournament. So I thought the golf tournament, or the golf course outside of Cam Young, was such an all-star throughout the entire weekend. And I was kind of thinking about the number because people got to 9 or 10 under, 11 under through like two rounds, and you're thinking like, oh, is 22 under going to win this golf tournament? I think that 13 under number is the absolute sweet spot for a winning score for a golf tournament. Like, I think to get to double digits under means you're pretty much in contention, you're going to win the golf tournament. To play really solid throughout the whole week means you're 6 or 7 under for these guys, which if you think about how many par fives they play, that's like pretty much playing the rest of the golf course as even par or so. So I just that was one of my big takeaways, was the golf course was amazing. I thought they got it in the perfect condition. And I thought the winning score, the more we can target that 12, 13 under number, I just think it delivers like the most exciting version of golf.
Yeah, to your point, I think that's the perfect evolution of great agronomy practices as the week progresses. Like Thursday, Friday, they're trying to work the golf course into the perfect ultimate championship caliber test by Sunday afternoon. And it's guys can make birdies early in the week, Thursday, Friday, as this course progresses. As long as the weather stays the way they want it, they can just continue to push the golf course, can get it browned out, get it firmer, get the greens faster, start putting the more difficult hole locations. And then it's a true test of, hey, this guy shot 10 under, but now let's see if he can hold on to that. And to your point, 12 under was leading on Friday night, and here we are on Sunday giving the trophy to a guy at 13. Like, that just shows you the real evolution of pushing the golf course to the test, getting super browned out. It got so firm Saturday afternoon with that north wind, and that really shows who's in the most control of their golf ball. And I just give my hats off to the staff, the whole team at the PGA Tour, the rules officials, everybody working together to really pull that off. Because the best player has to play the best golf under the most difficult conditions when the golf course progresses in the way that TPC did over the weekend.
So now we've got Shane Lowry, Daniel Berger, and Ludvig. I mean, this is becoming a little bit of a common story now this year on the PGA Tour. Do you think that there's anything to that, or it's just where like we have a heightened sense of guys having leads and other guys tracking them down now, or is there something at play here? Guys are playing for more money than they've ever played for. These events are bigger than they've ever been. Like, is there anything there as to like why guys are kind of blowing these big leads going into the?
I think it's the length at which they've held the lead. Like, they're holding the leads longer than we normally see. Berger was leading wire to wire. That just weighs on you, man. 4 days in a row of everyone chasing me. Ludvig basically for 36 hours, 48 hours, everybody's chasing him. That continuous pressure that you feel as you're out there on an island by yourself, I think it just weighs on you. And as soon as you everyone else, when you're being chased, everyone else is chasing, right? So they're all systems go, gas on the pedal, foot on the pedal at all times, and you're just kind of trying to do your status quo, continue to do what you're doing because you're playing great. And suddenly you look up and you're like, man, everyone's catching me. Like, now I got to go. And it's just a hard situation to be in. I always felt like, if I was within one or tied for the lead, it was easier on my mental space to be playing to go win the golf tournament. Because now it's like, I just got to beat you heads up. It's so easy, no matter how hard you try, when you have a 3-4 shot lead, to be like, all right, man, I just got to keep doing what I'm doing. And you kind of forget that, like, hey, these dudes are good. They're going to keep making birdies. Somebody's going to shoot 65. I've got to keep my foot on the gas pedal. And I think that is just such a difficult thing over the course of 3 or 4 days.
It is amazing watching a guy like Ludvig just start to lose it, because he has been leading the golf tournament for so long. He's playing so well. Just like you said, keep doing what you're doing and you'll probably win this golf tournament. And then he puts one in the water in 11 and he just can't get it back. The putter goes ice cold, then another one in the water. And it starts to compound. And you would think, Ludvig seems like the Terminator out there, where he just gets in front of the ball, sets up,
smiling,
hits
he's hitting. They kept showing he hits in like 4 seconds from when he addresses the golf ball.
But you're watching a guy losing a golf tournament.
Did you see people saying that the 4 seconds that like the PGA Tour put out was just like not 4 seconds?
Yeah, it was
8 seconds.
Because it was like from when he walked. They just like basically.
No, dude, the actual time that like their second was just slower.
Really?
I was trying to find this clip of him. Hopefully we can get it, of this toe strike. Like, the first time I freaked out about Ludvig was 11T. Like, he hits his drive and it starts right down the middle with our tracer. He picks his tee up. And then our producer in our ears like, hey, we're gonna show the slow-mo of the toe or of the ball strike here. Go. And it comes down and look where he touches this ball. Like, that's like where y'all hit the ball on the pitch, right? Like, no guy winning the Players Championship hits the golf ball out there on the toe that far. And Ludvig acted like no big deal, but I know when he touched that ball, he was like, oh shit, what was that? I haven't felt one out there in a while. And then he proceeds to cruise up there on the second shot and just hit this huge high yaw out in the middle of the lake. And I was like, some shit's coming unraveling here. We got to pay attention to this, boys. That was not my tee, and it was Faxon's because he does the odds. And I'm like tapping Dan. I'm like, this is not good. It's not good here. You're never in the lead and you hit a ball like that.
There were morons on social media saying that like he was trying to hit it there, that pros now are trying to use gear effect on the face and like they're hitting yeah.
His face went, like, if Ryan could show the next frame, I don't know if we have that.
I think there was just a photo.
His face went right there, You see my hand?
Yeah.
And his face, the gear effect went like that through the ball. He hit it so far on the toe. Y'all feel that all the time. That feels horrendous.
Oh.
I don't care where the ball goes. Like that feels
You saw a
like
couple of those
somebody
the other day.
shocked me in my arms or something.
So he said
Got
afterwards. He said afterwards that he didn't really feel good all day, but he was getting away with it. So I
Yeah, I
thought
saw
that
that.
was like a pretty telling, recount of his front nine, where it's like, oh boy, like I am still leading. I'm looking up the leaderboard. I got a couple stroke lead, but something's not there. And then once that ball flails out and you put one in the water, then mentally it's like, well, I haven't had it all day, and now I really don't have it. I'm not getting this back. I mean, it's got to be such a tough spot to be in, right? I mean, Shane Lowry too. Like you said, once you have that one that kind of gets into your brain, you know it's coming back.
Especially because you're obviously thumping the hell out of the middle of the face to be in that position, right? And then suddenly you feel like you got electrocuted when you hit one, and it's like, what happened right there? Well, I mean, it just kind of really throws a shock to your whole system.
Dude, it does. And on the smallest level, I think we've kind of all felt that within one round of golf, because we never play a tournament, but like there's times where you go out there, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to do it. I'm going to shoot my career low, or I'm going to break this number, whatever it might be. And you're out there and you're grooving it. And then there's one swing where you're like, oh no, it's gone.
Dude.
I don't have it.
I got a couple of videos coming out soon that might show a little bit of that.
It fucking sucks. You're like, wait, I know I don't know how to get it back. Like, I feel like you guys are capable of getting back. I know when I'm out there, when you're like, you don't really know why you're hitting it well at all. You have no clue. You're just like, I'm hitting it well today. This is great. And then you also don't know why you stop hitting it well. So when you do, you're just like, well, this is just going to be my swing for the rest of the day.
Once I start doubting the ball flight, like if I hit a good drive on one, a good drive on two, when I'm on the third hole and I just like block one out onto the houses to the left, now I'm like, all right, what's this next one going to do? That's the thought of like, do I have to correct something on this next swing? And then you duck hook one. Then you're like, I don't know what it was like to hit one straight.
Right.
I don't remember what it felt like to hit one straight. That was 35 minutes ago. It's not like it was months ago. It was 3 swings ago. I don't remember what that felt like.
Nightmare.
Dude, we also, just to close out like the wind point from before, we also take it for granted when you don't have wind at a windy place. We just played at this oceanfront golf course down here in Florida called the Ocean Course. It was called
at
Hammock Beach.
It was called
and
the
like
Ocean.
we got through with 18 holes and the sun was setting and the guys that were hooking us up with the golf course were meeting us on 18 and like there was music playing. And I remember thinking to myself, like, there wasn't a mile per hour of wind all day today.
Zero.
And I can't even imagine how windy this place usually is. And the guy said to me, he's like, you got the number one day here in like 365 days. 70 degrees, 0 wind. Did you take advantage of it? And we both looked at each other like, what do you fucking think?
What do you
but like,
crazy?
you don't, we got that at Pebble, luckily.
Yep,
where
we
like,
got
the
that
guys
Pebble
were,
like 2 weeks
were walking
ago.
off at Pebble. They're like, you played Pebble in 4 mile an hour wind. Like, this is a 320 day a year type wind where it's 10 miles an hour or more right in your face the whole entire day. So, the wind is definitely something that we don't think about enough as amateur golfers.
100%. And it makes, dude, I remember when we were talking about the biblical day that we had at Pacific Dunes in October when we were there for the Uncle Tony Invitational. It was blowing 40 to 60 miles an hour. It was like gusting around 60 miles an hour and raining as hard as it could possibly rain. And the 4th hole at Pacific Dunes is, depending on what time of year you go, but like I've seen people almost drive the green on the 4th hole. It's the one right along the ocean, cliff all up the right. It's an unbelievable golf hole. And it's probably like 380 yards or something like that. And we played it straight into, and I literally went mini driver, 4-iron, wedge,
Yeah.
and 1 putted for a bogey.
That's
And it was just my drive went 80 yards, and you just like I kind of like pull cut flared one, and it just went nowhere. But the point being, like, wind just changes everything so dramatically. And yeah, to put a bow in that conversation, I'm impressed with the way those guys handle that wind, especially on 17, where like you really can't get away with anything there. You gotta hit it perfectly. And man, you guys do a great job. You show everybody, and I know it's not your decision, kids, but your whole group does a great job of like, you pretty much show everybody out of the last 30 players. You show all of their tee shots on 17. And how many shots in a row did we watch on 17 that landed on that line, somewhere in the middle of the green, kind of where Fitz hit it, that like the player's looking at it to take that ridge, and it didn't quite take the ridge. And then the one guy that needed it, Cam Young, comes up and like hits the perfect shot that catches that ridge, goes down to 8 or 10 feet. I just thought that was so ballsy. And to kind of also put a little bit of a bow on Cam Young, I want to go through, because Kiz, you're one of the best putters in the world for, probably still are, but for a decade on the PGA Tour. This young man struggled a couple of years ago. Everybody kind of said if he made a couple more putts, he might have won 5 PGA Tour events and a major championship or 2 out there. He was 59 for 59 from 3 to 7 feet the entire week. What do you attribute his putting success to now?
Well, fortunately, I get a little inside info from team events and hanging out with these guys. But I asked him at the Ryder Cup, we were walking down in practice round. I'm like, dude, how did you start putting so much better? And he's like, well, first of all, I was moving my head, which everyone talks about keeping your head still, but literally one of the best players in the world was still working on keeping his head still. And not like that, Riggs, not where everyone says when they, like, if I tell you to keep your head down, y'all all hit the putt and then don't look at the putt. He's not meaning like that. He's just meaning throughout the stroke. Like a lot of guys' heads will go forward when the putter goes back and then back when the putter goes through, right? Just because you're trying to balance off the movement of the putter. But he said he really worked hard on not moving his head, and then he hired one of his college teammates. So he says Kyle Trzynski is his caddy, and said he's the best green reader I've ever seen in my life. And I just started saying, just tell me where to line my ball up. And he started making putts. And he's like, dude, this is incredible. Now we're like this huge, formidable team on reading greens that I was just kind of out here doing it all on my own, moving my head all over the place and just getting frustrated as hell because I could hit it with anybody and never make a putt. And he's like, it's amazing, kids. Once I started making putts, the game gets way easier. And it's just cool that he has all this trust in one of his college teammates. Gets to come down the final stretch of the players with a dude that he loves as a buddy that he trusts, full trust in. Like, you can't really draw up a better situation. So kudos to that team. And I saw Kyle in the locker room on Sunday before they teed off, and I was like, I was talking you up yesterday. Don't let me down today. He goes, dude, I heard everybody was texting me. Love that shit, kids. Keep it rolling.
Dude, my dad is the ultimate. He'll read something while he's like on the toilet reading like a golf magazine from like the early 2000s of like tips, and it says keep your head down while you're putting. And I'll go out there and he'll be like, oh, Frank, I got this new tip. And he putts and he's just staring at the ground like aggressively until the ball's 45 feet past the hole, but he's still looking down and he's waiting for the sound. I'm already picking up the ball, throwing it to him. I'm on the next tee. He's still looking down at the ground. He is the definition of the guy that does that. It's unbelievable. It's
just like when you hear like Miss Haverkamp getting a lesson on a random range and the pro tells her that she like lifted her head and she swings and she goes,
yeah, that's exactly right.
No, we gotta see where the ball goes. We gotta look up eventually. Like, we gotta find our ball. So you can't just stare at the ground way after you hit it. One of these rednecks way back in the day, I got a lesson from I still say it all the time, was your head don't move because your head moves. And I was like, wait, run that back by me? Your head don't move because your head moves. He's like, well, something else has to move for your head to move, right? You're not just going to swing and move your head, right? Something else is moving. And I was like, damn, that's actually pretty profound for your redneck ass.
File your way with Tax Act. You can file yourself with step-by-step guidance and get your max refund guaranteed. Also, add Expert Assist to get unlimited answers to your tax questions. Let them file for you with expert full service. Hand off your taxes and let them do the work. They're credentialed, U.S.-based experts are there to help. Gentlemen, it is tax season. You want to make sure you do it right. You want to let them file for you.
That date is rapidly approaching. You're gonna look at your calendar and be like, no, it's not. It's gonna be fine. And then in the blink of an eye, it's gonna be there, and you'll be like, oh my God, I haven't done my taxes yet. Tax Act, do it. They're the experts. They can help you. Just get them done now so you don't have to worry about it.
It's just too much on your plate. You got to just give them to the people that's their job to do your taxes, and that's why it is a huge company called Tax Act, right? Like that's almost an essential service. Stop doing them yourself. You're going to do them wrong. You don't know what you're doing. They are the experts. Make sure you send them over to Tax Act. Get them done. Get them over with.
file your way with Tax Act. Again, you can add the expert assist. You're going to get all kinds of great answers to all of your great tax questions. Let them file for you with expert full service Tax Act. Let's get them over with. Adipower is a golf shoe that offers high performance for an affordable price. It focused on comfort, traction, and stability while offering an athletic silhouette. Highlights of the shoe include infinity traction, the combination of ThinTech Max cleat on the Adipower rubber outsole platform, power plane. Look at these things, man.
Beautiful.
These are awesome.
Yeah, we've got them here if you're watching on YouTube. This is my favorite shoe that they came out with in this new 2026 collection.
Clean.
I love the fact that the 3 stripes are kind of like off the shoe a little bit. They are like that 3D effect.
Yeah, they are.
The Adipower, and then this little back, like you were saying, it's like supposed to make it a little bit more firm and comfortable there for your heel. That's like a new insert that they added for the Adipower. So super excited to have these for the year, and they come in all these different types of bold colors. They've got that blue kind of the soccer look.
That one pops.
That blue and black, which I absolutely love. And then the whites are so clean. It's just like when you see someone rocking these, they're so athletic looking, and then they're so Adidas. Like that's what I love about them. It's just like a classic, true Adidas golf shoe, and I'm a huge fan.
These things are fantastic. I'm going to be wearing them today. When we go out there and film, I was wearing them in the Kisner match. They're just awesome. Adipower returns as a force on the course by offering golfers power from the ground up. We love power. Adipower represents traction in action with a new outsole configured to give golfers grip everywhere on the course. Adipower is designed so that golfers can play, perform, and repeat. Talk about the crowds real quick with Fitz. It was kind of a big talking point. It was very clear. It was made very clear on the broadcast how, one-sided it was for Cam Young over Matthew Fitzpatrick. I thought Fitz handled it great afterwards. I think it would have been really easy to go up there and kind of hoot and holler. He did say one little thing about like the crowds over in Europe are a little politer than the crowds in America. I know people want to get their panties in a bunch about that. I think he's probably right about that. So I don't really mind that. I thought he handled that well. He kind of said that it was child's play compared to Bethpage, and he sort of laughed it off. He had a good moment with Cam Young's family afterwards. So I would just like to say that I thought he handled sort of like losing in devastating fashion, where he had a 1-stroke lead with 2 holes left. And then lost without really hitting any like horrible golf shots. Thought he handled that incredibly well. And then I wanted to comment on the crowds and just kind of reminding people that like we are still fresh off the Ryder Cup. This is the first big event since the Ryder Cup in the world of golf. So like there's only 12 players on each team. So each Ryder Cupper stands out pretty dramatically if you follow golf week in and week out. Like Matthew Fitzpatrick is a European Ryder Cup guy. And he's going to be for this 15-year period, whatever it is. Cam Young was like our guy out there. Remember when we had nothing going?
Zero.
He was playing such solid golf. Kiz said on the last show that he was his favorite player, and he had some great stories about that. Another great one from today's show about his putting and the whole deal. So like people, this is the first time a lot of maybe golf fans have tuned in for something that's on par with how big the Ryder Cup is, and they're going like, well, that motherfucker last time I tuned in was on the other team on Europe, and they're hooting and howling, and they're doing, he's in your head, Rory. They're doing all that shit, and then here's our guy that's like, we're trying to get a win. So I thought that is so fresh to the Ryder Cup. Like maybe in 6 months you wouldn't get that as much. Maybe at the Tour Championship you wouldn't get that as much. But this time of year, again, it's March. The Ryder Cup was just at the beginning of the fall, which is really the last time we had a huge golf event. So I thought all that was incredibly fair game, I guess. And I was like, of course it's going to be USA versus Europe. Like that's the last thing we remember. So that was sort of my takeaway from the crowds. And I think it's better for the game. I think, as long as Fitz afterwards, he wasn't saying he heard anything like outrageous. He kind of called it child's play. He was laughing it off. I just thought anybody kind of getting upset about that or whatever, being like golf's above this. Like, no, it isn't. I thought that was very much inbound.
Nice to get a win. Team USA.
Huge
I'm
win.
counting that as a Ryder Cup win. I'm counting that as a win right there at the end for us. It's actually in our possession now. But yeah, I didn't think it was that big a deal. I think that's a good thing. Like when you have it's obviously a good thing for the Ryder Cup. It's a good sign that like it carries over, and like golf is transcending to a point where people are like still paying attention and still locked into that. I had no problem with that, and clearly Fitzy didn't either. It was just like a weird storyline that kind of broke out of nowhere after Åberg he started to backslide, and then became an American guy versus a European guy. Like, it really isn't any deeper than that, so I didn't have a problem with it at all.
Yeah, to your point, it shocked the heck out of me, to be honest. I didn't see I didn't see it coming, I guess. But Riggs makes a good point. Like, the last big tournament we had was the Ryder Cup, and a lot of golf fans are probably like, damn, I hate that guy suddenly. I remember him from kicking our ass at Bethpage.
Right.
I don't want him to win. But when I was sitting up there hearing that, I was like, dude, what do they do? This isn't USA versus England or something. I don't know. It just kind of threw me off for a minute. But yeah, I'm all in on all that. We're in the USA. Let's pull for our guys. Let's just not have any personal attacks towards the other guys. Like, Fitz is one of the best players in the country. I mean, in the world, and one of the best players, coolest guys on tour. Great guy, do anything for you. So as long as we're not going after him personally, you can talk all the shit you want, but as soon as you cross that line and say something about me, my family, or something, like, I'm coming for you. So I think as long as people respect that, go after it, man. Cheer all you want.
What do you guys think about that move Fitzy does before he addresses the ball? That new thing he's doing with his shoulders.
Yeah.
I like it.
You like it? It's like he's stepping into like the Coliseum.
It reminds me of JT a little bit. JT always does the sleeve pull.
Yeah.
But like, I know a lot of people do that.
I do that too. I think it's just like guys that don't have the best bodies.
But he goes
like the shirts don't really fall well on our shoulders. Like, I do the JT when I'm walking. I do this all the time when I'm walking, just to get my shirt just on the right side of my shoulder.
That is exactly JT's man.
He goes like
I'll
this,
walk
though.
and I'll be talking. I go.
He goes the other way, Trent.
Oh, he goes
rolls it
back.
backwards.
That's right. He goes he
Yeah.
steps up and he goes like this.
I think he's trying to get like his shoulder blades back and down. So I think it's something that he probably worked on in his posture and his golf swing, and now it's just become part of his routine. Like, so many golfers, because we stand over so much. Sorry, we like get like this so much, you know, from stand. So a lot of people are always trying to get us up, get our shoulders back and down, so that we are in better posture before we strike it. I think that's where that came from.
Does Ludvig stand closer to the ball than most people? When I watch his setup, dude, his pinky's like touching his freaking kneecap. I've never seen. I don't know how he even clears the club through his body.
There was one yesterday where he choked up like tremendously on a 3-wood off a tee, and I was like, I don't know if this end of the grip's gonna hit his dick on the way through or what's going on here.
I'm not kidding.
I mean, it's so close to his body. And he does it with his putting too. I think that could affect you a little bit in that wind, to be honest with you. When you're standing that tall, you're not like the most stable position in the world. He's a big, tall guy, but I'd love to see him get a little more athletic at address in his posture.
Dude, there was one on 14 with, you talked about like standing tall and posture and the wind and all that. There was one on 14 where Cam Young had the widest stance I've ever seen with the driver.
Yeah.
And and that you guys kind of mentioned it on the broadcast, but he got so wide and then just ripped one down the middle on 14.
Yeah, I always think about it. You remember that old Titleist commercial, I think, when they had all the players talking about what do you do in the wind? And then Lucas Glover comes on here and says, when it's windy, widen your stance. I always think of that when you see guys like really getting wide and grounded. I can't remember what company it was, but yeah, I just think of that. That's what comes in my head when it starts. Guys, are like fiddling around, getting wider, trying to find a base. When it's windy, widen your stance.
That stop he does, Cam Young, at the top of his backswing. Did you ever try and mess around with that, with all the different swings that you've probably like messed around with?
Who hadn't, man? I mean, remember Tiger Woods was probably the poster child of that. That's all him and Butch Harmon worked on for years. Was every time I just have burned in my brain watching Tiger on a range or something, was taking it up, pausing, hitting with Butch Harmon standing there. It's just trying to keep guys from getting more narrow on their arc on the way down. It's so easy to get fast in transition, start bending arms and wrist and making a bunch of angles that are hard to get rid of. So the more you can keep the arc consistent, the better bottom you'll have. Cam does it great. I don't know if he did that as a drill as a kid, but I even said in the broadcast and got a bunch of people laughing on social media where I said, it looks like he's taking a nap at the top of his backswing.
It does.
I mean, dude, when someone tells me like, hey, slow it down at the top, like try and stop, and then I do that mentally and then swing and they show me the video, I never even come close to stopping.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how much it feels like he's stopping to himself. Like he actually
he says
takes
he doesn't even notice it.
That's crazy to me.
I bet he doesn't even notice.
He takes a full half a second.
I bet he feels like he's swinging like you.
Boom. It seems easier. It seems almost like that's how like every amateur
was
should
Victor
learn to play the
Hovland
game.
doing that for a while. I feel like
he was doing that pump drill.
Oh,
he was like
doing
taking
the
it halfway and then pumping it up. Right.
That's he would hit with it. He would play a competition with it occasionally.
Yeah.
Oh man, remember that, Frankie? Dude, he was going up, back, and then
that was insane.
Insane.
Someone on your guys' broadcast, I don't think it was you, was saying that Fitzy switched to the crosshand because he was just better at it, not that he had any fear that came into chipping. Is that true? He didn't go through.
Yeah. Fax said that on one of his holes. When I started chipping cross-handed, I asked Fitzy a bunch of questions, and he was like, Pete Cowan's a short game guru, teaches a bunch of the foreigners on short game, and he says in the next 20 years, everyone will pitch the golf ball cross-handed because it just helps with your wrist angles and makes you way more consistent. And he had Fitzy do it as a drill, I think, and Fitzy started striping it. It was like, well, damn, if I'm this good practicing, why don't I just use it when I'm playing? I mean, Akshay Bhatia has been practicing with it. He chipped one cross-handed at Bay Hill, didn't hit a good shot, but he's asked me a bunch of questions at TGL about it. It just allows you through the strike to be way more consistent with a bunch of angles that you don't have to get rid of.
Dude, there was a guy at Granite Links, this Irish guy, when I was a member out there like 15 years ago, who hit every shot in the bag cross-handed. And it came from hurling. Like hurling is a huge sport over there. And it's like a mix between like lacrosse and hockey, but it's on a field. And they hold the stick cross-handed. You have to. It's like required.
Yeah.
And so he was saying that's like where it came from originally and like how much more sturdy it is. And like, I want to say, man, I don't remember anything cross-handed in golf until like Spieth in 202015 with the putter.
What's the feeling? What are you supposed to be feeling cross? I mean, because I might.
I saw you rehearsing. I was over here dying laughing.
We all watched it. We're like, this is something that.
What do we got? What's the thought process here?
My thought process was I had the most basic 5-yard chip shot in the world, and I hit the middle of the ball regular-handed. And I'd been talking to all these people, and I just grabbed it cross-handed and clipped it perfectly to a foot. And I was like, whoa. What was that? All I did was move my hands differently and do the same thing I was trying to do in the last one. And off to the races, never thought about it again.
So there's no other thought of actually
what I do is I start losing this angle regular-handed, right? So my right hand will take over and my left will start bending. The club starts bottoming out too late. So like when you hit those skulls, Frankie, your arms get longer, the club gets longer, and the bottom gets more forward. So this angle, well, you'd be lefty, but your right wrist would start moving like this too soon, left wrist taking over. So if you went that way, you could keep that wrist angle.
Makes sense. It actually does. It kind of like.
Well, of course, a lot of the shit you're going to hear me tell you in golf makes a lot of sense.
We got a match today. We'll see if you start.
Oh no,
doing that today.
Well, you'll know. This is what I tell people. You'll know in 2 balls if you can do it or not. You just drop it down, grab it cross-handed, and chip it. And if you hit it shitty, don't do it anymore. If you hit it good, then keep trying.
All right, I'm gonna try it today.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to.
I have to.
We'll get there early.
I mean, how could it be worse?
Will you send me a video?
Yes, I got you.
Speaking of that, with golf, we have a great match coming out with Kiz this week.
Probably best video we've ever done, I would say. Since like the first original Kevin Kisner 4-man scramble.
As good of a
Explain why it's so much. I'm curious. I'm not asking you to spill the beans, but why did you think that video was so good? Because that was just like a everyday what I do.
Oh my god! I mean,
yeah. So I'll say, like, first of all, we might have had 15 to 20 Sun Cruisers in our golf cart.
Yeah,
I told somebody at NBC, I was like, this new job I got something, man. They like forced me to drink while we play. I was like, I think I was born for this.
Dude,
you were, dude.
It was incredible because we did a rematch of the first ever, like, I would say, like, really our inaugural YouTube video, if you really like. We had put stuff out, but like,
for sure,
where we really locked in, we had a bunch of planning around it, whatever. It was like the 4-man scramble against Kevin Kisner, Pinehurst #2. During COVID, we were raising money for the Kisner Foundation. We had hundreds of people following, came down to 18. It was like this awesome video, and like it got millions of views and really got us into like, God damn, this full feature-length video thing is like, we got to focus on this. YouTube's a thing. Where it's like,
right.
The rest of the world knew that, but the golf world didn't really know that. To come 6 years later and play the 3 of us, like obviously Lurch couldn't be there, but like the 3 of us are a little bit better now. And so we were kind of like maybe like this match will work. It had everything from like, and people are gonna see it. It's coming out Thursday. I talked to Brendan Jones, coming out Thursday. Unbelievable match. It had everything from you, from triples to eagles to like you had a turkey at one point. You're making like 3 or 4 birdies in a row.
Well,
like you were unbelievably, you're just funny, right? Like you like chirping us. You're comfortable enough with us where it's like a lot of the pros that we film with, there's a level of like, there's a boundary almost, it feels like, that's kind of up to a degree of like, you don't want to cross that. You don't give a fuck because we're all buddies. So like you'll go there, which makes all the chatter better. And then you're also a genuinely like helpful guy. So it's like some of the time you're getting in our head hoping we fuck up the shot, and then 5 minutes later you've got all 3 of us out there like tin cup with like we're doing drills trying to get better, and then it just came down to the wire. So like it's just a perfect golf YouTube video, I think.
Yeah, I mean every good video has different arcs to it, and Frankie and I talk about it in the cart. I'll give away the first 2 holes in terms of like we were sitting there like we're gonna kill this guy. We're gonna murder this guy.
I started feeling bad.
Yeah, those
like,
clips,
man, I think at one point I go, Kiz lost it.
and like
He really is bad at golf.
and then I won't give the rest of it away, but one swing happens and then it's like, oh shit. And then it's one of the best matches we've ever played. And for all the reasons that Riggs listed, we're very close and the jokes are very fun. You're still trying to help us even when the match is super even. Like, it just had everything you want in a YouTube video, and then the ending is spectacular. So like the whole thing was just really great.
Tell you how different it was in our cart, because like he could not have possibly cared less. When he was whatever.
We were
down early.
I don't even think we talked about the match the whole time, did we, Riggs?
No, we were just hanging, and he's like, as soon as like one of his shots hits the cart path, goes out and plays, he goes, one down, let's go to the next hole. Like, just didn't care at all. It was like,
I think also the thing that our viewers and fans and listeners that are listening to this are going to enjoy is like, that's such a great video. The vibes are through the roof. It's something that's very entertaining and enjoyable to watch. And there's going to be that sense of like, oh, we get this all the time now. Kids is a part of foreplay. That's what I left being really excited about. It was like, it was such a great like start to this partnership and you coming on the team where like, a lot of people are going to be excited about just like what's to come. If that's like the baseline first video,
right,
we've got a lot of good stuff coming. And I was just super happy. I couldn't stop thinking about it for like 2 or 3 days, just how easy and how natural and how much fun it is. Cause I'm a viewer of golf content as well. I like to get entertained by golf stuff. Like I would have loved to be sitting down watching that video. Like it was just fun. It was a fun time. You're very you're very good on camera, and you give a lot of tips, which is like there's so many things you can pull out from that. Like you throw that on your TV while the kids are running around. Like you're gonna learn something. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry at a couple swings. Like I mean, it's the full range of motion.
Kids, I got to tell you, that tip you gave me has changed my game.
Brendan Jones was texting me on the side.
Kids,
more slices.
We've got Breaking 85s come out, and the hardest part about Breaking 85 is you really can't promote it, right? Because like people have to watch it to see if you shot an 84. Let me just tell you something. We've got a video coming out soon. This guy's hitting low draws. I'm talking missile draws, 240, 255.
Dude.
Like we were hitting at 190. These high flails like that were barely getting into like they were barely hanging onto the right fairway. Now we're hitting. I'm aligning him up now because I was doing the thing. I'm like, all right, we have a new swing with Kiz. And like you're pulling him down
80 yards left.
Like wherever his feet were lined up, I was putting the shaft of my driver down, and then he was stepping back and seeing where he was aiming, and it was always the left side of the fairway. Dude, there was a point on like the 14th hole on like a must-hit fairway that I aimed him up on the right side of the fairway. Dude, and I was like, you have to draw this over the bunker. And he did. Dude, I like lost my mind. I'm like, this is insane. That would have been in whatever, Mr. Johnson's freaking like cart yard.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun. It really has.
It's only going to get better from there. I got a few takeaways from us filming in 6 years or whatever it was since, now I thought we were a team, first of all, and you threw me right back on an island by myself.
Yeah,
first video. So that was kind of, screwed up in my opinion. Why am I, we're coming out as a team together and you're like, all right, you 3 stood on the other side of the tee from me. And we're like, all right, we're playing you again, Kiz. I was like, wow, welcome to the team. Thanks a lot, guys. Really enjoyed being your partners. So my takeaway is I can't wait to like have teammates in a match. It's always like as it gets down to the wire. I mean, I don't think about it a whole lot playing you guys, but it's like, all right, well, here it is, tight again. And if I hit one bad shot, it's over because these three clowns, one of them will hit a good shot and they'll be in play. And if I'm out of play, it's just over like it was. So maybe us four could play as teammates one time and beat up all these other YouTube golfers. That'd be fun.
Absolutely.
And then my other takeaway was not only are all three of you way better, but Trent. I mean, come on, Trent. Where the hell did you come from and who got into your body? Like the last time we filmed that, I didn't even watch you hit a single shot and watch you hit a chip. Never even, if you went in a bunker, I was just like watching, putting my helmet on. And if you putted, I didn't even care because I knew you weren't going to make it. And then suddenly this match, I'm like, oh my God, they took more Trent's balls than anyone. You're thumping the shit out of the sand on these bunker shots and like making noises that tour players do. Where the hell did that come from? And then you made like 50 feet of putts that day. I'm like, Trent's the most improved golfer in America.
The bunker thing has come a long way. The bunker thing used to be not even a conversation of, is he going to get out? It's just like, you're stuck in there.
The round's over.
The round is
over. I remember that picture from Forest Dunes.
Yeah.
I think I said that in the match the other day. Like, I'm used to you thinking like you're going to die in that bunker. Like you're probably just never going to get out.
Fifth hole, Rockville Links. Bunker incident.
Blow that
Par
hole
3, I made a 12 on that hole because I couldn't get out of the bunkers. But yeah, no, the game has really improved. And again, it should, because we've been playing now, or we've been on camera now for 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, playing a lot of golf. But I really appreciate the kind words. It's been a long journey, breaking 100, breaking 90, now doing breaking 85. And like you said, it's only going to get better now that you're on board. You gave me one tip, and now I think I can go shoot in the 70s. Like we
need to do like a golf improvement video day where I just like help y'all on the range and the chipping green.
Massively. So what the tip, I mean, not to give anything away, but
swing and why and all that stuff, and just make the YouTube golf dorks just go crazy.
Let people watch it for the tip.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll
I was keeping it guarded. Yeah,
just a tip. It's coming out Thursday, and then we'll kind of break it down after. But to your first point, Kiz, I thought a lot of the reason too, I was so excited about how great the whole day was, the video was, whatever, was it does give us now like a whole new world of formats that we can do playing with and against other groups that are like big in this space, because it just didn't quite match up in a lot of ways beforehand. And now it's like, oh, we've got kids. And I'll never forget, like, from that day, I think it was the third hole, was this like 195 yard par 3, like into, we all flared one right. And then you just absolutely striped this like 5 or 6 iron draw right over the flagstick. And that was when, like, I forget when we hang out with you that you're not good at golf. You're like elite at golf. Like, we all know guys that are good at golf, sick players, are +2, +3 handicaps. Like, no, this guy like won on tour 4 times. Should have won the Players Championship. It's like, that is a laughable level of golf. And when you hit that shot, I was like, oh, we might be fucked today. I was like, oh, shit.
Well, I had not hit a good shot to that point. So you were probably thinking, man, this guy really does suck. No wonder he took the NBC job.
Right. No, I was good. For sure.
We were saying too, like other formats that we can do would be like, so if we play as our threesome is basically one tour pro, essentially, because we always do 3v1. So like if we did a scramble, you were our partner, then we could play guys like the Bryan Bros, where it's like they play as a twosome, we play as a foursome. It kind of works out that way. And there's a lot of groups like that have two elite golfers that we can now have kids join our group. We kind of do our own thing on our side. And yeah, I think it just opens up a lot more doors. We would never be able to play the Bryan Bros together. We would have had to like switch something up. We'd have to like go on their team or whatever. Like now we've got a guy that can kind of go up against them.
Yeah. No, it's great, and people are gonna love the video. So,
and we get to drink Sun Cruisers while we do it.
How good are those, dude?
Yes, sir.
I think
it's gonna be a problem for my liver.
That was the common phrase, was these things are a problem.
Yep. Dude, they're so easy. I mean, I just kept reaching back and just grabbing another one, and by the end of the day, the cart's filled up with a bunch of empty cans. You're like, what just happened?
I pulled up to a trash can at one point, and I was just like dumping out maybe 15 of them, and Riggs was like, no, stop, I have to take a picture of this is ridiculous. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, how many we've drank so far?
I just thought it was a great endorsement. Like, we could do any photo shoot for Sun Cruiser. That was like the best endorsement. Kids just piled them all up in our cup holders, and those things are really good. Ordering lottery tickets has never been easier thanks to our partners at Jackpocket. Whether you like to order Powerball, Mega Millions, scratch-off tickets, or whatever you like to get into, you can order them all on the Jackpocket Lottery app. Jackpocket makes ordering tickets quick, simple, and secure. Here's the best part. If you are new to Jackpocket, they've got a special offer just for you stoolies out there. Here's what you do. Download the Jackpocket app. Sign up using code GOLF2. That is GOLF, the number 2, GOLF2. And new customers who deposit $5 will get $10 in lottery credits instantly. That is right. You get $10 in credits instantly when you deposit just $5 on Jackpocket. Once again, $10 in credits instantly when you deposit $5 on Jackpocket. Use that code once you sign up. That is GOLF2. Jackpocket, America's #1 lottery app. Our favorite golf course snack, it's the One protein bars from Hershey's. Look, these things are awesome. They've got, I know you guys love the Reese's.
Love.
Peanut butter lovers. I love the cookies and cream. They've got a couple different fantastic flavors. One of the keys with the Reese's, made with 18 grams of protein, only 3 grams of sugar, deliciously fuels your game. These things are awesome.
Yeah, it really is. You're wearing kind of like a Reese's orange there.
I am.
It's nice.
Oh, boy, that looks nice on you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, we have these on the golf course with us all the time. We really, really need them because when you're out there and you're filming, or if you're in a big match, you don't have to be filming a YouTube video. You can just be out there playing golf with your buddies. You need a little bit of a power boost. These are going to give you everything that you need. It's going to have that protein in it. It's got the low sugar. It gets you to that next meal. It's a perfect thing to have out on the golf course. You don't need to be eating like brats and hot dogs and burgers while you're playing a sport. Like, it's just like, have a nice protein bar, get out there, feel refueled and refreshed, and let's keep this round
Not
going.
what you see like Ludvig eating when he's walking down the fairway.
No.
Seems
Like,
unlikely.
athletic
You're
specimen.
having like hot, ketchup and mustard and sauerkraut. It's like we're playing golf out here. Let's go. Let's get a 1 bar in us.
trying to win a match.
Let's get a 1 bar in us and let's keep this thing moving.
That's right.
You can buy the One Reese's Peanut Butter Lovers Protein Bar on Amazon. Again, you can go check these out on Amazon. The One Protein Bars, protein perfected. I do want to talk about this story real quick. We mentioned it earlier. Sudarshan Yellamaraju. This guy, Yellamaraju.
Yellamaraju.
It's
Sorry
pretty
if
good. I told my producer before we went on air, I'm like, if he keeps rolling, please don't pass it to me to call his name out.
I feel bad. Sudarshan Yellamaraju.
I think that's right, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
His friends call him Darsh.
That's
I found that
That's
out.
a lot easier.
That's his nickname.
Darsh. Incredible story I wanted to read through. This is from ESPN, did a nice little article on it. It says, a 24-year-old certainly has had one of the most unlikely paths into professional golf. He was born in India, moved to Winnipeg, Manitoba. I hate the Jets, but that's all right. When he was 4, he picked up the game as a 6-year-old using rental clubs with steel shafts that were, quote, too long with these tiny heads. Yellamaraju got his own set of clubs when he was 9. He carded a 101 in his first competitive round. That was the last time he shot triple digits. He and his father, Suresh, watched YouTube videos of Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Adam Scott, and other pros to learn how to swing a club. It was a lot of trial and error, so we had to kind of learn and figure out what worked for us. I feel like for me, what I feel is what I feel. At the end of the day, you've got to go play golf and just play what you can. At 16, Yellamaraju won the Ontario Amateur Open. He didn't attend college and spent 2 years playing on the PGA Tour Canada circuit and 2 more on the Korn Ferry Tour. I believe the story from the broadcast was he didn't attend college because they couldn't afford it.
That's what he said, yeah.
After picking up his first pro victory at the 2025 Bahamas Great Abaco Classic. We've been to Abaco. It's awesome. Kiz has been down there before. He finished 19th on the Korn Ferry Tour season-long points list to earn one of the 20 PGA Tour cards that were awarded, and this was his rookie season out there. To speak more to that, it's like you finished 19th. Our dear Alistair for a couple of years was finishing like 21st in this scenario.
Right.
So like that's how hard it is to get out there. Huge fan favorite, getting all kinds of love on the coverage, all kinds of love from the fans. Lefty out there, so it's like, lefties always kind of stand out. Just an awesome story. I thought just kind of had that like endearing look to him when you're kind of watching of like, I like this guy. I like the cut of his jib, and finished 5th, got a big paycheck. I think he got a paycheck for like a round or more than he's made in the rest of his career combined. So awesome story, great player to watch going forward, and just wanted to highlight that.
Darsh.
Nice highlight.
Thank you.
We I have to be honest. I don't not even sure I'd ever heard his name before,
Same.
which is bad because that's kind of my job.
Same.
But I did, I did a little research with him with facts I knew more about him, but I found it so interesting that the new era golfer can make it to the PGA Tour without ever getting a lesson. Like,
Crazy.
isn't that fascinating? Like, all these moms and dads that are just forcing all these lessons down these young kids' throats and like, you got to go to the golf course and get the pro to teach you something. It's like this kid just watched YouTube and was like, I want to swing like that guy. I'm just going to go do that in my brain. It makes so much sense to me, and could be sayonara to the PGA pros in the world.
It could be. Couple other highlights I had from the event. Chasing Sunday, which is a new PGA Tour Productions sort of project. We heard about this last week in our confidential meeting, but basically NFL Films came in, which, as you know, from Rollout, that's not surprising. NFL Films came in, Hard Knocks sort of taken the blueprint, pretty simply miking a lot of people up, like
They're like stitching it into their clothes, right?
Hardcore miking
feel
them up,
it.
Yeah.
yep. So it doesn't affect them, and they get the
But that
best
is a
audio
huge
you
point,
get.
right? Because you guys don't want to be wearing these restrictive things like on the front. It feels like
Yeah.
there's a squirrel on your chest. They got the whole like wind thing on. It's you're not used to hitting with that.
Yeah, and we have to do it in TGL, which is sometimes restrictive, but you figure it out, and you wouldn't want to be hitting with like those cords wrapped around your back, down to your back pocket or anything like that, like we do on Foreplay Pod.
Right.
I just have my shirt untucked, so it's not so uncomfortable. We get to 9 the other day, sidebar, and Riggs was like, kids, you better tuck your shirt in. And I was like, damn, didn't even think about that. That's what I got you for. That's why you're the boss.
It was a nice place.
It was a nice place. And yeah, I think it's going to be cool. I don't really know how you stitch a microphone into somebody's shirt, but looking forward to seeing that. And I always love that NFL film stuff. So Roll-Up came to the booth on Saturday for a segment, brought like a posse of 12 in there. It was pretty fascinating how many people. And my biggest takeaway was he said, I think Dan asked him before we went on air, big schedule this week, and he goes, yeah, it's my first one. I will not be overscheduling like this next year.
Smart. Yeah, I know their turnaround time was a big point. Like, they're going to have this out tonight, Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. So this is like already the full completed YouTube version of, basically their Hard Knocks from their biggest week of the year, Players Championship. So very excited to watch that. Another note I had is that Frankie and I, representing Barstool Sports and Foreplay, destroyed Canadian head coach and Tampa Bay Lightning head coach John Cooper.
Yes.
In a pick 5 players. We did a snake draft. Coop got to go first. He picked Scotty Scheffler. We had Cam Young. That's all we needed, but we still defeated him. I think $7-something million. We just did whoever's 5 players combined for more money this week. I think we had like $7-something million, and he had like 1 something.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
So we destroyed him.
Hockey coach.
So well, he's beaten me many years, and that we do an Augusta thing. Now I have Frankie on my team, so we're more of a collaborative effort. But people will be seeing he's got a punishment that he's going to have to deliver.
Yeah,
in the
we
next
gotta
couple
come up
weeks.
with something. We're gonna try and keep it classy, keep it clean, but he's got to do something. Last time he had to shout out Borelli's after a Lightning game. It was unbelievable.
It's unbelievable,
dude. He just kids. It was insane. We had this little like handshake bet. And if the Islanders,
shout out to Handshake Bets, love those
shout out
guys.
to those guys.
They're awesome.
They're awesome guys. If he had lost, he has to shout out Borelli's in the post game presser, and he didn't do it because the Islanders came back.
Did you blow him up?
Well, I was just like, I can't believe you didn't do it. But it was just the type of game the Islanders came storming back. They won in overtime, and he was just devastated and. Maybe not devastated, but it just the timing wasn't right. So then weeks went by, and one random game, right after they had announced Team Canada's roster, and he's a Team Canada coach. So all the press is with him. It's his biggest press conference that he had done all year, and he dropped a Borelli's reference. Someone asked him won 1,500. He had coached his 1,500th game. So like, oh, congratulations on your 1,500th game. Like, are you going after Al Arbor or something like that, or 1,000th game, whatever the number was? And he's like, oh, I don't think I can go after that, old coach, because them at Borelli's restaurant won't let me back in because that's the Islander guy. He texted me. He goes, I just dropped Borelli's in my biggest press conference of like my career. Like, he's like, you idiot, you absolute moron. I can't believe you made me do that.
So he's going to be up again. So hopefully we get him to do something ridiculous, but not too ridiculous because we're classy.
What do y'all do? Every major or every big tournament?
This was the first one that I was a part of. So
yeah, we're gonna. He was so into it. He was doing. Me, because we were it was while we were at Sawgrass, so we were kind of busy. Whatever, we were filming with you, I think, and like we had 100 Sun Cruisers and then 1 million Modelos, and like he was doing the draft. And each time he would pick someone, he would write a paragraph about the person.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
He was like where they're from, their hometown, their tendencies, and like then picking their player. And Frankie's like, he's very into this. We got to lock in, and then we crush him.
You're still on the Isles train, right, kids? Because our guy Clutterbuck.
Yeah, what's he up to? I hadn't talked to him in a while.
He's a broadcaster now, like you. He goes like in between.
Yeah, that's right. He texted me about that.
Goes in between the boards, kind of like does all the post game, pre game stuff. It's funny.
I don't follow it closely enough until it gets to playoff season.
All right.
Nothing wrong.
Did y'all watch the baseball classic last night?
I watched the shit out of it.
I did, yeah.
I was asleep.
It was the first game of the whole classic that like brought me in. Obviously, it was like DR versus USA, but
great game.
Boy, was that a good baseball game.
I drove home from Jacksonville. I didn't get home till like midnight, but it was awesome because I got to listen to that the whole way home. I was all jacked up. I never got tired at all driving, and all the broadcasters kept talking about is how they were expecting this super high scoring game, and all we kept hearing on the broadcast was saying another strikeout and another strikeout.
Yeah.
It was 2-1
like talking
forever.
about missing the boat.
Yeah, I mean that final strikeout call was tough because I mean like no, even the guy who threw it like didn't even think it was a strike, and like it was down by the shins for sure. But that's baseball, Susan. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just that's the user error of the umpires, and I'm a fan of that. Like I just think good calls and bad calls are a part of baseball. I hate that they're going to that like ABS system or whatever they're calling it, where you can just tap the top of your head.
Yeah, I agree.
The
umpire plays a role. Like if he doesn't, then let's not even have him out there.
It's It's what baseball is. Like there's like an art to framing a
Big
pitch.
time.
Like as a catcher, that was like a low slider that the catcher like caught it and brought it back up, and like he knew that was the umpire's hot zone, and like that there's something that's like what you are taught that how to snap that catcher's mitt forward and up, and like you're just gonna get rid of that now because now it's gonna be off by a fucking hair.
Yeah,
and we're big strikeouts and momentum swings are now gonna get brought back out of the dugout, and you're gonna have a 3-2 count now. It's like I hate it so much.
It is true though. That ump had no idea what was going on below the knees. He
Yeah.
was pretty much calling everything down there a strike when it was like way off the plate.
But that's the sport. Like guys in the dugout know that. Like they know like, hey, this guy calls a low strike. So it's like how many other times throughout that game was he calling a low strike? So people complaining, it's like the flow of the game is all over the place when it's a human umpire, which is how it should be.
It's fair. I thought just overall with the game, it is like a testament to when the players care and show that they care.
Oh, yeah.
It really gets the people into it. Like they would show the Team USA dugout during a big moment, and they'd be going like Bryce Harper would be going crazy, and like it just brought a whole other element to it. And obviously USA DR, like those are two. The lineups were
Incredible.
Absolutely stacked. But it was a great baseball game. I was definitely tuned in the whole time.
Yeah, I agree. That was the first one that I really saw come across my radar, other than when we lost to Italy. That was like the only other one. But
what about the
Rick, speaking of baseball, see if we can pull up that clip I was telling you about before the show's over, so we can all get a good laugh.
What was the clip?
This is a great clip. I'm sure you
Tennessee playing Georgia yesterday at Georgia college baseball. I think it was 8-7, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, or top of the ninth. Georgia's winning. This Tennessee batter's up to the bat and thinks he's hit a home run and to walk it off, and just goes nuts talking shit. And we make this incredible catch.
No way.
Watch this.
This is incredible.
Watch this shit. Like I was dying. Watch this celebration, like
Cranks
the cockiest shit ever.
Watch this. Watch this.
That's me.
Oh! Unreal.
I'm gonna have that.
That's mine.
Oh, dude!
I mean, this is the end of the game.
Boom!
Dude, there was a little bit of that last night where Aaron Judge took a base hit away from Juan Soto, and was giving him the finger wave to Dikembe Mutombo, and then I think next inning Aaron Judge thought he hit a home run, and that I don't remember the guy's name, robbed one of Aaron Judge's. It was going crazy.
Incredible.
Great baseball game.
Great baseball game. Did you watch the Oscars? You get into like Oscars stuff, movies? You a big movie fan?
Don't have time when you have 3 kids.
Yeah, I feel
you're gonna learn that pretty soon. You need to go ahead and knock mama up again so you can really get down this tunnel with me.
I know. I actually was able to watch it because I'm just in a hotel room. I actually went through I had a dark day yesterday. We were just in a hotel all day in the middle of like Palm Beach Gardens, and I just we've been on the road for 14 out of the last 18 days, and I just kind of got sick of watching my son grow up through FaceTime for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I was starting to get a little I almost flew home last night. I was just dude, I had a mental breakdown. It was
FaceTimes can actually be a net negative, I think.
Dude, I cried on a FaceTime. Right. I had to kind of put it down. I started tearing up because he was just sitting there and he tried to hand me a drumstick, and I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
He's only 10 months old. I missed a month of it to go golf with kids. I mean, listen, it's the fucking it's our job, and I love it, and it's an unbelievable opportunity, and it's something that I'll never ever take for granted, and I'm so super proud that we've built it to what we've built. But there are some times when you're on the road where you're just there's a lot of road. There's a lot of hotels and traveling, and my family's just living their life there. And it was a tough day yesterday. I'd rather just be busy. Today we have a busy day. We're doing the pod. We're filming with Bob Does Sports. It's gonna be an incredible day. Yesterday in Palm Beach Gardens at a dimly lit hotel, just kind of watching the Oscars and baseball and golf was a little bit too much for me. I was I just wish I could be holding him and watch. I'm getting updates oh, he does this now, and I'm what am I at war? This is crazy.
He's walking. Oh my god, he got a job.
Fuck, man, it killed me. It really did, because
he's getting married next week.
Everything people say it's this unconditional love that you can't describe to your buddies that haven't gone through it. It's so true. It's it's something just in your brain that you can't fight it. So
it's literally why I quit playing 25, 30 times a year. I was so sick of being in a hotel room by myself, and my son telling me about his basketball game, or my daughter telling me about her soccer game. And I'm am I ever going to watch any of them play? This is ridiculous. I'm in this damn Embassy Suites in Fort Worth, Texas by myself. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's brutal, man. I mean, sometimes we're just we've been in Florida for a month, so it's just
coming back next week.
We're coming back next week.
In back-to-back days, a couple of us went to Applebee's, and then we went to Outback, and then we're driving 4 hours, and we're very much road dogs right now.
Dude, so. I did Applebee's, Outback, and Five Guys 3 days in a row. So if I'm Frankie Moonface again, that's the road for you. I don't know what else to tell you.
Last thing I got on my list, Tiger Woods was at Augusta this weekend.
I saw that. Yeah, his jet landed in Augusta. Now
he played. He was texting me all day yesterday during the broadcast, just talking shit nonstop. Slap him the next time I see him.
Talking shit about you or about the golf?
Well, somewhere along the way, Ludvig hit a 4-iron at Apex 100, maybe on 8, Apex 140 feet in the air, and I was just that's ridiculous. Nobody else can do that. And I guess Dan said something about that's just extreme talent, and Tiger's see, Dan's calling you out for your lack of talent, kids. And I was well, let me see your 4-iron. Send me a video there, metal man. Let me see how your 4-iron's flying these days. And he's I haven't hit a 4-iron in public in months, and I'm not going to now.
So he watches every event? I mean, I get that the Players is kind of out. It's a big event. But
every Sunday he's texting me during the broadcast about something I say, about something someone did, or something we say. Oh, yeah, mostly shit talking because that's our relationship. But, yeah, he's an avid golf watcher.
Wow.
I remember that from the book of them saying that people whatever it was, Hank Haney or whoever be hanging out with him would always be he always had Golf Channel on and was just watching it all the time. So I guess that makes sense.
I got to find out. What was he? He's got to be down in Palm Beach with y'all, getting our guys ready for our big match tomorrow night.
Huge. TGL. You're not, I believe you have anniversary kids? So you're not playing?
Correct. Well, he didn't want me to play. He wants all those young bucks playing at 9 o'clock.
He didn't want me to play. Yeah, TGL.
Although I've been on, there's only one player in Jupiter Link's history that's been on every winning match, and that was yours truly. So
let's go.
There you go.
hit the winning putt.
Playoffs coming up. The playoffs next week or this week?
This week.
Tonight?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We play at 9 o'clock.
So tonight when people are listening.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yep. 9 o'clock. The last match I saw was as electric as it gets. So hopefully,
So good.
Hopefully it's something similar. But yeah, I don't know if Tiger was there playing or if he was there for this big project where they're opening up the new course like soon that they've been working on with Augusta National and the city and all that. Do you know anything about the project, kids, or not really?
Yeah, it's incredible. It's going to be unbelievable. Open to the public. I think it's only $15 to play. Like, that thing is going to be crawling with people. I understand the quality of the golf course is like just immaculate and going to be perfect like Augusta National. So to have a public place right there in Augusta that people can pay $15 to play and expect conditions to be awesome is just incredible that Augusta National is doing that.
Wow.
Unreal. So I think we're going to see a lot more of it Masters Week. They're going to like highlight it. And I know Tiger was saying like he's going to be there regardless because he's going to be kind of highlighting the opening and whatever, all the.
Yeah, I think maybe the openings was supposed to be today. Maybe that's what he's here for. I got a text from my old golf coach at Georgia that's from Augusta that said he was coming down as like a special guest for one of the grand opening, and it was a Monday. I wonder if that was today, and maybe that's why Tiger's here.
Oh.
So it might be because I saw people speculating. Obviously, like is he gearing up for the Masters or is he just there because they're doing the grand opening? So who knows? But yeah, I saw footage of his jet at Augusta.
It's the best.
Private airport right there.
If that's all we get at Tiger, we're going to take it.
Yeah.
We're just following jets now, hoping that he's getting the tee boxes.
It's always exciting.
Well, if we win tonight, as you're watching this tonight, we'll be in the championship. And I told him, like, if you're going to play Augusta, you got to play in our final championship match, like, just a must. Because you can't just wing it at Augusta and not give us anything. So he just laughs at shit like that, so you never get anything out of him.
He's got to walk like 30 yards to play TGL. You know?
Right. So if you can't do that, you can't play Augusta, Tiger.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
My theory is that he's always tried to like rev it up and like show people he's coming back, and I think he's trying a new thing where he's like, I'm just gonna show up on the tee box on Thursday at Augusta. Like, no, you're not gonna see any preparation. I'm done with all that. Like, I'm done with you guys watching me hit wedges and get all hyped up. Just they're gonna announce my name. I'm gonna hit the ball. That's what I'm choosing to believe.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see.
like it.
A boy can dream.
A boy can dream. Anybody got anything else?
I think that's it. I mean, yeah, I watched the Oscars. There was nothing crazy that happened.
I saw Chalamet didn't win.
That was disappointing, but I mean, Michael B. Jordan definitely deserved it. Sinners was awesome. But yeah, I mean, Chalamet's turning into that Leo a little bit where he's like chasing it so much. He's got such a great run of movies right now, and he's just losing, and they keep panning the camera to him every time he loses, and he has to smile and he has to cheer for them, even though like he basically came out and said that Marty Supreme, like if he didn't win, it would like destroy him because he took like 5-6 years learning how to play ping pong.
Right.
It was like the ultimate movie that he knew was his best movie, but yeah, it was good. Conan's always funny. He's a great host.
Oh, I love Conan. His
opening was incredible. It was like a whole what's that movie with the kids and they're running? I didn't see it, but like
The kids in there running.
yeah.
How do you know this, Ryan Richardson?
No, it wasn't. No, whatever.
Kids in there.
It was a horror movie.
Oh,
Weapons?
corn in the
Weapons.
field?
It was like a whole weapons theme, and he was running from the kids and was popping into all the other movies that were best movie. It was very well done.
Nice.
Like he like popped in and like caught the ball from the ping pong ball from Timothy Chalamet. I don't know how they pulled it off. It was nuts.
Conan's
Anyway,
the GOAT, man.
Yeah, it was good.
Conan's great.
My last closing is I don't like missing out on stuff. So y'all better represent today without me.
Yep.
We can't go down in any fashion. And if you go down without me, that's good. I keep my record clean. So good luck, boys.
We got
I
a
agree
huge
with
match
that.
today.
We have a huge we're filming 2 days with Bob Does Sports, one for them, one for us. We're going to be battling some weather out here. So you talk about wind, you talk about thunderstorms, rain. It's going to be crazy out there. We might get cut short. We might even get canceled. Who knows what's going to happen down here. But excited to get on the course with them. We'll try and get a victory for it. We need one against those guys.
We're going to get wins for you, kids.
Yep.
We're going to get wins.
I
Great
don't
work
like
this
L's.
weekend.
Where are y'all playing?
What's the place? Tesoro?
Never heard
And
of
then
it.
Champions PGA National.
You're playing PGA National?
Yeah.
We're playing the tournament course? Oh, we are. Wow.
Yeah.
God, you really need me there.
Yeah,
Dude,
for
and
real.
it's gonna be blowing, and like there's the thunderstorm, lightning things are all for tomorrow. It's gonna be a disaster.
We got the Shane Lowry closing stretch,
Big
the bear
time.
trap out there. I mean, that could be a
No
disaster.
kids, no kids.
Load your balls up. I mean, load your bags up with balls, please.
Fuck.
I know, I got a lot.
All right.
I didn't lose any last week, which was amazing. Everybody said we're
I've
gonna
lost
lose
so many
1,000
golf balls
up.
recently.
I
It's
lost a
crazy.
few.
I only brought a dozen, so it's 2
We
days
just-
of filming.
We need to stop at like a store. You know?
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, Kiz. Awesome weekend out there on the coverage. What an event
Well
that
done.
is. Congrats to Cam Young and to me.
No
Or
emotion.
Pitt, you know?
No emotion from Cam Young, man. Just like couldn't have even cracked a smile.
Straight nails all the time, dude.
Almost
great
to the
bet.
point where it's like there's something going on. Like I don't know what.
They asked him afterwards. They were like, one guy was like, "Why aren't you smiling?" Which is,
That's a
it's-
weird question.
But like, why aren't you happy right now? And he's like, "I am happy." He's like, "I just won a huge golf tournament. I'm healthy. My family's healthy.
Yeah.
Just because I don't show it." He's like, "The reason I do that is because that's how I can play the best golf." And you have mentioned in the past, Kiz, where you want to be boring out
Boring.
there, and that's sort of Cam Young's whole
super,
mo.
Super boring.
Yeah, he's just like,
I love it.
but he's happy.
Smacks the ball 375 on the 18th hole. That's not boring.
That's why he's a great bet.
This guy won like $7,000 on him. More.
Almost like 9.
Wow.
Because I also had him top 10.
What a week.
He'll lose that. He'll lose that by the
I
Masters.
said to Kiz, I go, this should hopefully get me through the Masters. Because Scotty's killing me right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
T22 is not going to
Yeah,
do
what,
it.
what is our guy doing, man? Get this motor. I mean, this engine revved up, Scotty.
Wait, closing thoughts on Scotty Scheffler before you go. Like, a lot of people are speculating. I mean, Brandel Chambly said that his swing is off. There's something going on. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
lost it. And then he said, like, I haven't lost it. I haven't found anything that would mean that I lost it. He's kind of all over the place. What do you think about Scotty right now?
Well, he's missing short putts again, which we've seen 2 weeks in a row, which is not cool, and never seen him drive it that poorly. I think the new driver kind of threw him off a little bit, and I think he went back to his one that he played with in 24, 25 and felt more comfortable over the weekend. What did he shoot over the weekend? 4 under, 5 under, 3 under, something like that.
Mhm.
So he probably beat most of the field over the weekend. He just set himself so far back at 2 over going into it. He's got to get starting faster. We never see him playing so poorly on Thursdays. But he'll hit his stride, man. That's the whole thing. Long year, everybody ebbs and flows, even the number one player in the world. And he'll be fine. And hopefully just his odds get a little better for Riggs since he's laying it on him every week.
That's true.
Minus 1,000 now. We're down. We started hot. He won the Amex. I was like, this is going to be.
People don't even talk about that, right? He's already won once this year.
Right.
Most tour players would be elated to have one win under their belt in the first quarter before the Masters, and we're just talking about how shitty he is.
And then he finished second and then third. That was like
Right.
how he started the year.
Right.
And he finished.
He's terrible.
22.
His swing's off, Brandel.
Right.
Knows Brandel. Brandel, your swing's off. I've seen it.
Yeah, he's got to turn around for me. Otherwise, the Cam Young winnings are going to go away quickly. So, but yeah, great work, Cam Young. He did say, I enjoyed him saying, he's like, I was never nervous until the 8-inch putt to win the tournament. And he's like, I couldn't even get my ball to line up properly, and I just kind of
Yeah, I
winged it.
saw him fiddling with that thing for a while. And it is the weirdest thing because you're so in the moment, and then suddenly it's like, oh, God, I won. All I got to do is blow this ball in the hole, and I don't know that I can even make my hand work.
Dude, it is weird because 30 seconds before that, he didn't think he had won because Fitz.
No, he's like, I'm going to play off. I got to go do this all over again. And now I can't even line my ball up on an 8-inch putt with my line in the middle of the hole. I'm taking so long. Everybody's making fun of me. What is going on? Just putt it. Oh, my God, what am I doing? Just knock this in. It's not a big deal. What if I miss it? What if I miss an 8-inch putt? All those thoughts go through your head.
Dude, someone missed a little tap in on Liv this week. You saw that?
Oh, dude, I saw
That's a
that.
good tap in. He
Two-footer.
hit the ground. It's crazy.
He hit the ground?
Something. He did something. The ball didn't move. And he looked up at his playing partner and then went back down and tapped it in. It was very funny.
Oh,
clip.
that one.
That one, yeah.
Did you see the guy that missed a 2-footer to lose the tournament?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one I thought he was talking about.
Yeah,
That's what
no,
No,
you're
there
right.
was
The
one
guy
on
did go
Liv. Dude, the
one-hand
ball was
tap it in.
on the fucking lip. He went to go tap it in, and he missed the ball and looked up at everyone. He was like, "What the fuck?" And then went back down and tapped it in. It was crazy.
Yeah, that one was tough. Dude, who was
Richard
shot
T.
link
Lee.
on that would just be 4 or 5, a ball just right on top of
Richard
each
T.
other.
Lee missed this putt to win the tournament.
This one here. Oh, that one.
Oh,
that's
God.
Bro, this
Is
was
this slider? Nope.
It lipped out.
That was to
Lipped
keep
out
going.
hard.
That was to keep going in the playoff.
yeah,
against
that was
Bryson.
to keep the playoff going.
And then Bryson won, right?
Bryson won with his sleeves, with his sun sleeves.
Wow.
Wow.
I need
What
to
a
get
weekend of golf.
I can't wear sun sleeves. I have too thin arms.
All right.
Like a hot dog down a hallway.
Well,
Well,
all right.
Kiz, great work on the coverage. I think you're great up there. We appreciate you as always. And
Yeah, man, we're in the middle of 6 in a row. I still got 3 more weekends in a row here. Going to bang it out with Valspar, Houston, San Antonio to finish out my first big run on NBC. So got to get some rest this week.
back to back to back to back to back to back
grinding.
to back.
You're
You're grinding.
grinding. We're not making that any easier on you.
No.
Oh, this is nothing.
Good. I hope that stays that way.
Yes,
You keep,
yeah.
so you keep doing
After
the show.
Houston, you might have some different thoughts. Like after a couple more weeks of this, but
All right.
all right, brother.
Thanks everybody for listening. We will, as always, be back on Thursday for the second show of the week. Barstool Classic, once again, a little reminder, noon today. If you're listening, noon Eastern, barstoolclassic.com. Have all your information ready. I know we hyped that off the top, but we'll reminder. So enjoy the week. We'll be back Thursday. Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hit hard.
Hit it hard.